Well, I like to say that this section of the book, this chapter of the book, is really the most important section, the most important area. It's all important. There's no junk in the little book of empathy, but this is really where the rubber meets the road. How do we empathize and stay connected with our patients and families post-event, without premature eliminating fault? This is the chapter that really covers it and gives you the things you most need to know. And there are a lot of things to think about. You need to say you're sorry. You need to say you're sorry. That's a magical word for a lot of patients and families. And a lot of patients and families that sue doctors and nurses will often say, nobody said they were sorry. So you need to say sorry, say it in proper context. I'm sorry this happened, I feel bad for you. Promise them that you're going to do a review and try to figure out what happened. You need to show your sincerity. One of the ways you show your sincerity and your care and your empathy is to help with any immediate needs they may have, such as food, transportation, lodging, phone calls. Do they need a minister? Do they need a counselor? Whatever. Every situation, every patient and family is different. And remember, don't give them any mush statements. Don't give them mush statements. Don't say things like, well, we're looking into it, or we'll get back to you, or we'll talk to you sometime next week. We'll call you. No, don't you call us. We'll call you. Because anytime any of those mush statements take these patients and families who are already upset and full of anxiety and worry and don't know what's going on, and it simply raises the temperature for them and makes them that much more anxious. You instead need to say, we'll start reporting back to you at 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, and then live up to those words. Even if you have nothing new to report at 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, you're going to touch base again and tell them what you've been doing and see how they're doing it. It's how we slowly start to rebuild the trust and rebuild the relationship. So a lot to think about, and this chapter's got a lot. But the real reason I wanted to put this to video, this part of the booklet to video, and put this link in the ebook, is because it's important what you say, but it's in some ways even more important how you say it. What do they say? 85% of communication is nonverbal. It's the look on your face. It's what are you doing with your shoulders? How fast or how slow is your voice going? All those different things. So just a few tips or a few things to think about. Your hands. Want them down here. I want you to lean forward and without invading the private space, the personal space of your patient or families, but lean forward and really kind of get into it. Show your sincerity. Show that you're into this conversation. People are good at crisis communications. Will say sometimes you want to lean forward and look up a little bit. You want to get humble, inferior. Look people in the eye. Slow down. This is a difficult conversation, and the normal behavior for people delivering bad news is to start talking real fast, and the voice goes up and you start talking Mickey Mouse. We don't want to do that. I want to slow down. Pregnant pauses are okay, and leave the medical jargon, the technical terms in the medical libraries. Talk in plain language. Tell them that you're sorry this happened. Promise you're going to do a review. Take care of any of their immediate needs, and then tell them what the next step is going to be. Mrs. Smith, we're going to meet with you again at 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon to give you an update on where we're at and to see also how you and your family are doing. If you can do that, if you can empathize, stay connected post-event without premature eliminating fault, and do it not only in what you say but how you say it, you're gonna have a much better chance of getting everybody what they need and getting the resolution healing that everybody deserves post-event.